The 1980s in Italy were a fascinating tapestry woven with ancient traditions, burgeoning modernity, and an undeniable zest for life. This was the decade when the very concept of La Dolce Vita, immortalized by Federico Fellini's film, began to transcend its cinematic origins, becoming a lived reality for many and an irresistible allure for visitors. Imagine stepping onto a grand piazza in Rome, the sun warm on your skin, the air alive with the murmur of conversations and the splash of an ancient fountain. Here, among the city's timeless monuments, you'd find moments of simple repose, like these travelers resting their weary feet by a magnificent centuries-old water feature, truly absorbing the vibrant essence of Italian daily life. It was an era of burgeoning tourism as more people sought to experience this unique blend of history and hedonism.
Venturing beyond the bustling Roman streets, the island of Sicily offered a different, yet equally captivating slice of Italy. In 1981, at the Valley of the Temples in Agrigento, ancient Greek grandeur stood in stark contrast to the modern-day visitors seeking shade from the relentless Sicilian sun. The Temple of Concordia, one of the best-preserved Greek temples in the world, dwarfed those who came to witness its timeless majesty. Sicily, with its complex history shaped by numerous conquerors, was opening up to tourism, inviting curious eyes to explore its unique blend of Greek, Roman, Arab, and Norman influences, showcasing a different facet of Italy's rich cultural heritage.
From Sicily's rugged historical landscapes, we glide northward to the enchanting, timeless city of Venice. Even in 1981, Venice remained a living dream, its watery labyrinth of canals and ancient palaces seemingly suspended in time. But amidst the iconic gondolas and historic bridges, life simply continued. Children, like these two, found simple joys in everyday moments, savoring cool gelato by the water's edge, oblivious to the grandeur surrounding them. This was the true Dolce Vita, not a dramatic spectacle, but a collection of small, sweet moments, often punctuated by the simple pleasure of an Italian ice cream, a beloved symbol of summer and carefree living across the peninsula.
While Venice held on to its ancient allure, Italy in the 1980s was also a nation undergoing rapid economic transformation. Milan, the country's industrial and fashion powerhouse, spearheaded much of this change. It was a city synonymous with sleek design, high fashion, and an undeniable sense of forward momentum. Here, even a quiet moment leaning against a sun-baked wall spoke of a city where modern life unfolded with a distinct Italian flair. Milan's burgeoning luxury goods and textile industries weren't just about exports, they were shaping a new sense of national identity, blending traditional craftsmanship with cutting-edge style, making Italian design a global phenomenon. Shifting south from Milan's polished elegance, Naples presented a raw, vibrant, and utterly captivating experience. In 1981, the city was a symphony of sounds, smells, and spontaneous life. Public fountains weren't just decorative, they were community hubs, places to cool off, to gather, and for children to play. Here, a group of young Neapolitans in their swimsuits embraced the cool water, their carefree spirit embodying the city's unique, often chaotic, yet deeply human rhythm. Naples, in the 80s, while facing its own set of urban challenges, truly epitomized the street life that made Italy so endlessly fascinating, where history and everyday existence intertwined at every corner. The streets of Naples were a canvas for everyday commerce and authentic interactions. Amidst the city's dynamic energy, a simple watermelon stand by the roadside, bathed in the soft glow of a single light bulb, offered a refreshing respite from the summer heat.
These impromptu vendors, selling slices of juicy watermelon from refrigerated cases, were a common sight, embodying the resourceful and communal spirit of southern Italy. They highlighted the simple, unpretentious charm that coexisted with Naples's grand history and bustling metropolis, proving that the heart of Italian life often lay in these unassuming, shared public spaces.
Returning to a scene reminiscent of our introduction, a grand fountain continues to be a magnet for both locals and travelers seeking solace and spectacle. Whether in Rome or another of Italy's historic cities, these monumental waterworks served as natural gathering points, offering a place to relax and absorb the surrounding beauty. Amidst the grandeur, everyday life unfolded. A person reading a book, lost in thought, while another casually dries off after a dip, embracing the refreshing coolness on a warm day. These moments, both quiet and lively, demonstrate how seamlessly ancient beauty integrated into the casual, unhurried pace of 1980s Italian life, a true embodiment of the Dolce Vita spirit.
Back in Milan, the fashion capital continued to redefine style, but not without a touch of urban grit and evolving social norms. By 1981, the city's streets buzzed with the latest trends, a reflection of Italy's booming economy and its growing influence on global fashion. This candid street scene, featuring young people on a classic Vespa scooter, complete with bold swimwear and casual confidence, hints at the changing face of Italian youth culture. It shows a generation embracing new expressions of freedom and style, challenging traditional ideas while still navigating the timeless backdrop of Italian city life. The iconic Vespa, a symbol of Italian design and freedom, perfectly frames this blend of old and new.
Yet Milan's urban elegance wasn't solely defined by its avant-garde fashion. It also retained a sophisticated charm that appealed to all generations. Just as some were pushing boundaries, others continued to embody a more classic refinement. Here, two older women, impeccably dressed in their trench coats and carrying elegant handbags, pause on a Milanese street, perhaps taking in the sights with a pair of opera glasses or a compact camera. Their presence highlights the city's diverse appeal, a place where tradition and modernity, high fashion and enduring elegance, comfortably coexisted, creating a rich tapestry of city life that was both dynamic and deeply rooted.
Moving from Milan's urban sophistication to the timeless beauty of Florence, we encounter a city where art and history formed the very air one breathed. In 1981, along the banks of the Arno River, visitors and locals alike paused to absorb the city's unparalleled artistic soul. The Ponte Vecchio, with its shops suspended over the water, remained a testament to centuries of craftsmanship. People gazed out at the river, reflecting on the Renaissance masterpieces around them, perhaps capturing their own memories on film. Florence in the 80s was not just a museum. It was a living city where the echoes of Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci resonated with every passing moment, inviting contemplation and wonder. South again, Naples reminded us that the heart of Italian life often pulsed with spontaneous joy in the most unexpected places. In 1982, children transformed a cobbled alleyway into their playground, engaging in a lively game of leapfrog. Their laughter echoed off ancient stone walls, while a woman observed from a doorstep, her presence a silent testament to the enduring communal spirit of Neapolitan neighborhoods. These bustling, narrow streets, often overlooked by grand tours, were where true La Dolce Vita unfolded, unscripted, authentic, and filled with the unbridled energy of everyday human connection and play. The Neapolitan experience extended to its coastal charm, where the city's vibrant life spilled onto beaches and lidos. In 1982, the iconic blue changing cabins lining a public beach corridor offered a vibrant splash of color against the bright sunlight. Children, fresh from the sea, hurried through the patterned shadows, embodying the carefree spirit of an Italian summer. These practical yet visually striking structures were more than just changing rooms. They were gateways to leisure, symbols of seaside escape that were an integral part of the Dolce Vita experience, connecting the urban bustle of Naples to the refreshing embrace of the Mediterranean.
Amidst Naples' dynamic and often secular street life, the deep-rooted Catholic faith remained a profound and visible presence. In 1982, a unique scene unfolded as a group of nuns, their traditional habits a striking contrast to the modern world, paused before a shop window. Their curiosity, as they peered at the display of shoes and clothing, offered a fascinating glimpse into the quiet intersection of religious devotion and everyday consumer culture. It was a reminder that while Italy embraced economic growth and global trends, its spiritual bedrock continued to shape the unique rhythm and charm of its historic cities, providing a balance between the sacred and the ordinary. Still in Naples in 1982, the city continued to reveal its candid charm, particularly in its informal moments by the water. Here, a group of women in vibrant swimwear gather by a reflective surface, perhaps a mirror or a shop window on a lively street. These fleeting, unposed moments capture the relaxed confidence and the uninhibited spirit of summer in a bustling coastal city. It's a snapshot that speaks to the easygoing nature of Neapolitan life, where the line between private and public space often blurred, allowing for these genuine, unguarded glimpses into the lives of its inhabitants.
Returning north to Florence in 1982, the city's profound artistic legacy continued to awe and inspire, yet it was also a place for casual contemplation. At the Loggia dei Lanzi, a grand open-air sculpture gallery, visitors often found respite and a connection to the Renaissance masters. Here, under the watchful gaze of iconic statues like Cellini's Perseus, people lounged on the stone benches, some shading their eyes from the sun, others simply absorbing the monumental beauty around them. This scene perfectly encapsulates how Italy's historical treasures were not relegated to sterile museums, but were integral, living parts of the urban landscape, freely accessible and deeply woven into the daily fabric of the city. Beyond Italy's major hubs, smaller cities like Reggio Emilia in 1983 offered a quieter yet equally rich experience of authentic local life. Here, the charming and often whimsical character of Italian culture truly shone through. An outdoor display featuring a lone mannequin leg attached to a bright red moped creates an unexpected, surreal tableau, reflecting a playful creativity embedded in everyday design. Meanwhile, two formally dressed gentlemen, perhaps on their daily passeggiata or evening stroll, pass by, their traditional attire contrasting with the eccentric display. This delightful juxtaposition highlights Italy's unique ability to blend tradition with an effortless, often quirky modernity. As the 1980s drew to a close, captured here in Naples in 1985, the enduring spirit of La Dolce Vita remained palpably alive. It wasn't just about glamour or grand gestures, but about the deeply human, often unfiltered moments of everyday life. A woman, caught mid-cigarette, gazes directly at the camera, her expression a mix of confidence and weariness, reflecting the complexities of a nation navigating tradition and change. Her presence, framed by the subtle details of 80s fashion and a bustling street scene, encapsulates the raw charm and enduring charisma of Italy, a country that, through all its transformations, never lost its ability to captivate, to charm, and to embody that sweet, intoxicating joy of living.